If you have a product that needs a successful launch, Power of Marketing TV show is your answer. We give your product exposure to a big audience that no other media offers. With an at-home audience looking for solutions, a TV commercial and airtime on cable TV means the possibilities of moving thousands of units. The Power of Marketing TV show offers a unique platform that is cost-effectively, while giving you the chance to successfully take your product sales to the next level. So today we have Carl Ram. His product is Kramm Lox. So tell us a little bit about the product.
Good morning, thank you. What we have here is we have a new design for a wrist pin wire lock. Typically, the wire locks are round, they're just a C shape. It's very standard. The part about these locks are they're very tough to install, and when you remove them, they're actually dangerous. So what I've introduced is a brand new lock that's a non-rotating lock, and it also is a very, very easy lock to install. We have variable installation tools that make it very easy to install to save time and money.
Nice. So how'd you come up with this idea?
Well, I worked for a piston company for many years, and they all have this little feature which is called a pick lock notch, and that's used to dig the standard wire locks out. Well, we had high-end customers that required us to do special machining to every piston so that they could put this non-rotating lock, and it ended up being, hey, why not make a lock, design it so that it fits in the piston that we already make.
Nice.
So we don't have to do extra machining and extra costs. And then as an additive, I also designed the tool so that you could install it and remove it very quickly.
So what's so interesting about this product for the buyers, of course?
Well, the number one thing I would say is time. It saves them a lot of time. Time is money in the industry.
Of course.
The second big advantage is it's safer for the engine. It doesn't allow the lock to rotate while the engine is reciprocating. This is very, very important and critical because that little lock could cause a failure that would cost somebody anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000.
A couple $1,000s. Nice. Is there anything dramatic or interesting about the product that it was developed?
I would say the most, maybe not dramatic, but most of the customers really, really enjoy using this product because this part of the engine build typically is the most frustrating part. So I get a lot of compliments about something like this being so innovative yet very simple.
Nice. Explain in details the benefit of the product over existing or marketing.
I'd say the major benefit of this product is that it does not rotate in the lock group.
Nice. So who are the ideal customers for this product? Mostly guys, women, who?
Well, I would say anyone from the weekend garage mechanic, weekend racers, all the way up to NASCAR drivers. We've got this in NHRA, and we've got this in NHRA. We've got this in motor racing, boat racing circuits. Yeah, it's been on the market now for a couple of years, and we have a huge following.
What are the customers saying about the existing product?
Most customers are saying, real simple, it's about time. This is really saving them a lot of time and making this part of the installation very easy.
Nice. Is there any warranty with this product?
All our products come guaranteed for 30 days. All the tips are made of a high-grade, hardened steel, and they're hard nickel chrome plated. We're made out of, the handles are an aircraft grade aluminum, 6061, and they're anodized for color coding so that you'll know exactly what size you're going to be using.
Nice. So the colors define a size, or is just
yes, in this particular set of tools, they're a fixed tip on those tools, and the color defines the size of lock that you're going to be installing. On this particular tool with interchangeable tips, you get one handle and a couple of different size tips of your choice, and then you can also buy optional tip sizes.
So there's a lot of things in the table. Tell us a little bit about each thing in the table.
Well, as you can see here, these are just examples of pistons. And I have a sample wrist pin and a rod here. And I just brought them along with my products here. This is just a short sample of some of the products I have, including the actual Kramm Lox rings and the installation tool.
So this might be a good time for you to give us a product demonstration.
So what we have here are a few sample pistons. I'm going to use this piston here, which is probably one of the most common sizes that are used, especially for like small block Chevys, small block Ford engines. And also, this is a demonstration of probably one of the hardest locks to install. So as you see here, I have a piston, I have a sample pin, and a rod. And all I'm going to do is put together these three segments. So the first thing I do is I put in this temporary clip into one side in the lock ring groove. And what this does is holds the pin in place, and that way it doesn't fall out, and it makes it much easier to install when you have the pin in place. So we're going to go ahead and take the first lock, and we're going to place it inside like so. And then I take a tool with a tip that's designed for this size lock, and then you just simply press down and the lock slides into place. So that's the installation of the first lock. Now, typically you would remove the pin. We would put the rod into the piston and we would slide the pin in place. Now you're ready to put the second lock. What I'd like to demonstrate, or at least try to demonstrate, is this is a standard C-clip. This is what the majority of the industry has been using for years and years and years. And they, you know, the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, I don't agree with that in this case, and I think there's going to be many that agree with me. I'm going to try to install this one in here, and I mean, it is just, you could try and use a screwdriver. I mean, if you have a brand new set of pistons, you're going to be scratching this thing up. This is not what I want to do. Let's just back up a little bit. Let's get rid of this lock here. Forget it. People are going to agree with me. We're going to take this and just show a second demonstration of how easy it is to install these locks. You take the piston, put the lock inside the groove, and you start it somewhere around the pick lock notch. And then you just simply press down and install the lock. So now we have a completed piston rod pin assembly. You can notice that the Kramm Lox rests in the pick lock notch, and that keeps the lock from rotating under the high revolutions and the high horsepower of the engine.
So what's in your display box?
Well, here we have a range of some sample sizes of Kramm Lox, and as you can see that we cover many different wrist pin sizes, and we also have a few different sizes of tools there. The tools are different colors, and that actually means something. The blue, that's set standard for a particular size lock. The red is a different size lock, and the green. So each one of those different colors are actually a code for the different lock size that you're going to be installing. So if you have a few of these tools in your toolbox and you know that you're using a particular lock size, you would go straight to that color tool. You wouldn't have to fumble through to look and see the little numbers of the sizes.
So how do you uninstall that product?
Well, that's the good part about the way these tools are designed. These tools are designed to uninstall each one of our locks by simply placing the tool onto the formed end, just like so, and you use this tool for leverage to pull, and once it pops out, you rotate, and that lock pops out of there with total control. On the other hand, let's say we had a standard lock installed, and I'm not going to install it because I actually can't. It's too tough to install. But if this were installed in this piston, I would have to take a screwdriver or a pick or some sort of sharp instrument and stick it inside that little notch and pry that thing out. And you better be wearing safety glasses, because that thing's going to spring out of there like a bullet with an arrow sharp tip on it. And so really another big advantage to the Kramm Lox installation and / removal tool is that you can also uninstall very quickly and very easily, and most important, safely.
So please show us your products and which one is replacing.
Sure. This is our product here. This is a Kramm Lox, and this fits most of your small block Chevy installations. And then this is the lock that it's replacing. As you can see, we just put a simple formed bend on the end of the lock, and that allows us to have leverage for installation and removal. Not only ease of installation and removal, but it also rests inside the pick lock notch feature on the piston, and it eliminates the rotation of the standard wire locks, which if that rotates inside the groove of a piston, it starts digging in, starts actually deforming, cutting away the lock groove, and that's where piston failures come from a wire lock.
So how do you determine what size to get?
Well, you could go on our website at krammloxusa.com, and you can choose the different piston brand that you have. You currently click on that link of that piston brand. It'll take you to an exhaustive list of the piston circlips that particular company carries. You just correlate their part number directly to the Kramm Lox replacement part number, and you'll have a sure fit every time.
Please give us a quick recap of your product.
Sure. Kramm Lox is a non-rotating wire lock system that comes along with an installation and removal tool. These particular features are going to save engine builders and racers a lot of time and a lot of money and frustration. My name is Carl Ram, and my company is Kramm Lox.